crossing in honour and respect of Summer, and also to prevent any further tragedies. As a member of the public who regularly drives through this area, I recognise the dangers at this junction, eyewitness people running across the road, elderly struggling to cross the road, and various vehicles walk speed in this particular area. I can't imagine what Summer's family and friends are going through. It's heartbreaking and devastating, but they have supported this petition. Installing a crossing isn't going to bring back Summer, but it could prevent any similar accident and will make people feel safer and at ease when crossing the road. Everyone will benefit from this crossing, as lots of people cross here to get to the shops and bus stops. It's really important to myself and the petitioners that we get this crossing to prevent any more lives at risk. I do realise there is a safe crossing area at the top of Haymarket by the KFC, but the bus stops are mainly at Waingate and at the top of Dixon Lane, and where Summer lost her life is a blind corner. There is a lot going on in this area. It's very busy, as there's also a taxi rank and many different bus services going to the left and to the right at this junction. We feel crossing would slow down traffic, especially on the corner, and give the public a chance to cross rather than dodging with life. I do hope you will install a crossing in honour of Summer and for the safety of the public. Thank you.
Councillor Terry Fox, Cabinet Member for Environment and Transport, to respond. You have 5 minutes to do so.
Thank you, Mr. Lord Mayor. And thank you, Melissa, for bringing this petition today. It's one of the hardest jobs an elected member, stroke cabinet member has when faced with such a tragic and horrific incident that leads to the death of Summer and the obviously injuries to Jake. And we do wish him well. As a parent, you cannot put what those families went through on the 11th of December 2015, and especially around that time of war. But obviously we have to react, and we went out on a council inspection a couple of days after that incident. You're right with the description of the junction of Castle Street and Haymarket as I know it, Waingate area of the city. And it comes on the backdrop that you would think footfall would have dropped with the markets moving down the moor. But the risk and exposure to pedestrians and their culture in that area is affected. The police have still got their investigations ongoing, and we have obviously done our early action inspection also, noting that obviously the area is a 30-mile-an-hour area, and also the fact that we looked at the condition of the carriageway, the width of the carriageway. On that junction around that area, we've had to take in the visibility, and anybody, and my advisor, Tony Downing, who's years gone by as a bus driver, has obviously kept me in touch of the hazards from a bus drivers. And we have to say that the driver of that bus, what that person must be going through, on only knows. We've also then have to take in, within the council, our own criteria for road safety. We have a long list of schemes in that criteria that we have to put together to make systems. And obviously that dirty word affordability does have to take cognizance of where we are. We do know the historical accident rate that's been reported to us in the last 5 years. So we have that documented proof of the 6 reportable accidents that went around there. But we also have to, before we take that decision, have to take on board that the police will submit their forensic investigation of that area. And that will then obviously go to the coroner, who may put certain recommendations down as well. So whilst we have done our investigation, we are waiting for any recommendations from any source, and obviously those official sources of the police and the coroner to put into that mix, and that's when we will sit down and make those decisions. We've got some short-term options. Excuse me, I'm struggling with this word. We have got some short-term options, but also there is a master plan around that area also that we'll have to take on board. So it is all in the cooking pot at the moment. It's all in the mix, and obviously when the other authorities make their recommendations, we'll obviously take notice of that. But once again, listen, thank you for doing it, and I can only send my heartfelt to the families. So, thank you.
Thanking the petitioners for bringing this petition and the large number of people who signed the petition. As the people have already mentioned, if you go down to the junction itself, you can see that it's an accident waiting to happen. Hopefully what we can do is do something about it in the short term, and obviously there's the long term as well. But I would like to thank petitioners for bringing this so that it's not forgotten. There's too many accidents happening in this city where it's a tragedy and then it's forgotten and things carry on as they are. So hopefully with this petition of so many people, it's something that doesn't get neglected or lost or just deprioritised or whatever. So thanks for bringing it, and let's hope we can do something about it. The problems of this junction are obvious to the people who visit, but the solutions might not be. So I don't want to make any proposal accepting the proposal for a crossing until we've had officers look at it and decide whether that is the best solution or not. So I think we should look at it closely before we make any decision on what exactly we should be doing. Although I think it's pretty obvious something should be done. I'm disappointed that we haven't had anything back from the police yet, so I would ask Terry to sort of get on their case. We delayed this debate so that we could debate it with the knowledge of the outcomes of the police investigation. It's over a month now. The outcomes aren't here. I've asked for them and they're not available, so if we can just pressurise the police so that we can get something moving, because if something happens before we've taken any action, that's down to us. The other thing I'd like to say is we support the idea of prioritising road safety improvements on accident statistics. Some other occasions where people have decided that road safety should be split equally across the city, we think that was the wrong idea. Other people other administrations have put road safety money funded around schools. We think that's the wrong idea as well. We say that it should be down to the dangerousness of the junction, and the statistics don't lie. Unfortunately, there are tragedies across the city, but we should be doing as much as we can with the little amount of spending that we get. So thanks for the petition, and I'll be keeping an eye on it as the central walk out, so I'll be keeping an eye on it and making sure that it's not forgotten.